In this video, you learn how to build new habits and break old ones today. After this video, you have tools to get started on improving your life right now, one habit at a time. And at the end, I'll show you some key lessons that will help you see the habit building journey through. I'll also show you how you can build habits in your business and organizations to succeed. This is Money Curiosity. Let's get started. I'm sure we've all heard of James Clear's best-selling book, Atomic Habits, with over 15 million copies and sold and amazing ratings on Amazon. The teachings in this book are worth a read at least once. However, they aren't original. In the introduction of Atomic Habits, Clear said that his framework was inspired by Charles Duhigg's book, The Power of Habits, which is where the lessons of this book originate from. Habits can be changed if we understand how they work. Habits are born out of habit loops. Every time you act, you get a reward. The more you take that action, the more you expect a reward. Thus, a habit is formed by a cue, routine, and reward feedback loop. For example, if you stop by a new bakery and buy a delicious cake from there, you'll likely go there again and again, creating a habit. Seeing the bakery is your cue, your routine is buying the cake and eating it, and your reward is satisfaction. Soon, you'll begin craving that cake even by just looking at the bakery. That is craving, and it strengthens habits. Sparking cravings will make creating new habits so much easier. Here's how to use the habit loop to create new habits and get rid of bad ones at the same time. Understand the habit loops for the bad habits you want to change. Understand the cravings for your bad habits. Only replace the routines and trigger a new craving. That's it. It's so simple but not necessarily easy. Let's quickly go through each with a short case study. Rose wants to eat healthier and stop eating junk food. She first looks at her habit loop for consuming junk food, which looks like this. Her cue is getting hungry, her routine is that she eats junk food, and her reward is immediate satisfaction. Then Rose figures out what is likely her craving, which is the taste of junk food. Third, she only replaces her routine. She replaces junk food with healthier food options in the house. By changing this routine, her cravings for junk food will begin to subside and be replaced for cravings of healthy food. Repetition is key. How many days does it take to build a new habit? 16 days? 90 days? I'll tell you, there's no definite answer. Habits are always being strengthened and weakened. They are dynamic and don't abide to the laws of months or days. The more you repeat a habit, the stronger the loop. Want to know how to supercharge your habit formation? This trick will 10x your chances of succeeding with your new habits, and it's so easy as well. It's simply joining a community. Committed to change as part of a group, even as small as you and one other person, creates belief and urgency. Belief that you can do it is what turns reworked habit loops into permanent behaviors. So in this section, you learn how to replace old habits with new ones, and the trick that increases your chances of success phenomenally. And if you still find yourself struggling to maintain new habits, I have more tips to help with that through the video. The most influential habits in your organization are called keystone habits. Choosing the right keystone habits can create amazing change, while choosing the wrong ones can create turmoil. To show how important the right keystone habits are to your business, let's look at the case of one of the finest and leading medical institutions in the US in the 2000s. Despite the hospital's accomplishments in the industry, it was notorious for tensions between the physicians and nurses. Some of the doctors belittled the nurses' opinions and demands. The nurses went on strike because their work hours were dangerously long, and developed a code system to signal the explosiveness of other doctors beforehand. The corrosive culture even led to the unnecessary death of an old man because the surgeon operated on the wrong side of his head, despite the nurse pointing this out. Some nurses claimed it was inevitable because of the keystone habits of the organization. All institutions have keystone habits that guide them, formed by thousands of independent decisions that create a pattern of unwritten rules. Intentionality and deliberate design will keep your keystone habits from running your business. If your business is small and has no or few employees, focus your attention on cultivating the right keystone habits that create peace and some certainty. If your business has some more employees and you want to change the culture, just wait for a crisis. What? A crisis? Wouldn't that make everything even worse? Not necessarily, when it comes to shifting company culture. People are more susceptible to change when it feels like change is necessary. Otherwise, you get a lot of resistance. A sense of crisis allows for reforms. Look into history and you see revolutions and reforms only successfully came about after a crisis. Good leaders seize crises to remake organizational habits. I'm not telling you to deliberately go cause a crisis in your business. I'm saying that if you need a change in your keystone habits, a sense of crisis will bring people to your side of change more easily, and the changes will stay. Another tip is to simply change the outfit. Not your outfit or your employees, your solutions outfit. If you dress a new thing in old clothes, people will be more open to accepting it. That's why you go to familiar stores when on vacation. If you can figure out how to make a new keystone habit look like something familiar to your employees, the habits will stick. In this section, I showed you 2 ways to establish the right habits in your business. Use a crisis to your advantage and make the change appear familiar. As promised, here are some key lessons to help you in your habit forming journey. The first step is belief. If you believe you can change, the change becomes real and not a one-off thing. Your belief will drive you to show up every day, making the habits more automatic and inevitable during the rainy days and don't feel like it moments. You can use small wins to your advantage. Set small goals to achieve at first, then increase the target. You can set yourself having milestones like eat healthy for 3 days initially, then a week, then 2, and keep increasing. Once a small win has been accomplished, forces are set in motion that favor more small wins. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching and have a great day.